What is up, everyone out there in the Outlaw Nation? You know who I am. I'm Jack Slater, yeah, the man with a plan. And we're doing something special today. Lobo and Judge Dredd versus Psycho Bikers and Mutants from Hell. Hell, yes. Oh, we're definitely going to enjoy this one, y'all. It's a crossover with Judge Dredd. So let's rock and roll. And Lobo's kind of finding himself at a low point in his career here. He's kind of guarding a child entertainer whose sidekick is a mouse. Yeah, so you could tell the main man's pretty bored, you know, just smoking away, drinking beer, kicking back. I guess this guy's going to go off to take a shower. He wants to spend some time with the mouse. And that's quality time for the main man, you know, letting him catch his beer cans. But of course, Lobo finds something interesting. A dead body of the person he was guarding. So Lobo is wondering basically what the fuck is going on. And out of nowhere, these weird creatures appear, and I swear to you, one of them is named Buttface. Oh man, that's just right on the money right there. That's just all kinds of cheap ed pops, if you know what I'm saying. But these mutants come out, and they're searching for this entertainer, and they bust through the door, you know, getting ready to grab him, but not knowing the main man is here, for he's getting paid 5,000 credits in order to protect this guy's ass. And the main man does what he's paid to do, and he starts wrecking these guys, because that's what the main man does. You know, he throws people around, beats them up, bashes their brains in, you know, shoots people, whatever it is to collect a paycheck. You know, you got to make that money. It's a big universe after all. But this guy squeezes himself into a drain. Yes, some kind of odd shapeshifter. And as the main man is wrecking people, he goes to the restroom to kind of pick up this guy, you know, grab him so they can make their quick escape. But he finds out this creature's kind of going down the drain on him, and the main man's not going to do that. The check hasn't cleared yet, so technically the main man hasn't been paid. But out of nowhere, one of these purple freaks come out of, pull out some gas and knock out the main man. And that's always been his weakness, you know, gas, stuff like that. Meanwhile, Judge Dredd is cruising around, you know, because this is his time and century, and he gets a call saying the Belgian king is in danger from assassination, because he's basically running around by himself, little kid. And these robbers come out of nowhere. They start shooting, they start blowing stuff up, and I don't understand why the Justice Department didn't just put judges on him to begin with. He's a diplomat after all. But neither here or there. Judge Dredd shows up, and he just starts killing everyone, starts blowing them up, doing what Judge Dredd does. And as he shoots this guy, he grabs the thing, the item that he was trying to get from the Belgian prince. It's a ring, one of two rings that was recovered on a trip from Mars. It's said to have mystical powers to whoever opens it. And this is where Dredd kind of lays down the law on the kid. He doesn't give a crap if he's a diplomat or not. He puts judges on him full time, which they should have done in the beginning, if you know what I'm saying. But down deep, deep underneath the city, the mutants lie, and teleportation appears out of nowhere. And these things were not aliens. No, they were mutants from planet Earth. Well, I guess aliens, if you want to call them aliens, because they were on a different planet. But they bring the little shapeshifter back that was pretending to be the entertainer, and boom, with a blast of the ring. And apparently, this guy had recovered the first ring, and now he's supposed to cover the second ring for his big brother, Mad Murph. He feels that if he has both rings, he will be invincible, for it turned him into the thing that he is today. A brain, rib cage, and arms. And with this ring, he commands his brother to do his bidding, or else his pet, his faithful companion, will be munched on. And with his best friend being threatened, the little mud man has no choice but to work for his brother. But anyways, Lobo wakes up very pissed off, hasn't been paid yet, trying to figure out what the frag is going on, finds that belt there, set for Earth, and he knows that this is his only way to find his bounty, to find who he's looking for. Meanwhile, in the Justice Department, they're kind of guarding this Belgian kid, and you find out how terrible he is. He's just a horror to be around. This girl goes to the bathroom for a moment of reprieve, and our little brown friend pops out of nowhere and basically just craps all over this chick's day. beats her up, takes her clothes off, ties her up, and then takes her form as that little brat is screaming for her. And I really don't feel sorry for the kid. So this little brown thing kind of turns into a woman, bada bing. The kid wants his story read. She pulls out a book out of nowhere and boom, hits him. You know, it's hard to feel sorry for the kid. I feel he got what he deserves. She takes the ring. Now Lobo appears, and Lobo appears in one of the ISO cubes of prison for the worst of the worst. And there is Mean Machine. And him and Lobo kind of have an exchange right now. Lobo's wondering where the hell he is, what's going on. And Mean Machine's basically looking for a fight. And he challenged Lobo to a butting contest where he took the first shot. Bonk. And you know Lobo's not above shirking the challenge. So he gets edged up and ready, and he loves a good fight, and bonk back. And you know, as they're having this little fight of the Rams, this running of the bulls, they're causing all kinds of damage in the cell. You know, because Lobo likes a good fight, and Mean Machine's always down to rip someone apart. So, you know, these guys are birds of a feather in some ways. But they're starting to cause so much trouble, the cell is literally erupting. The judges show up, and Lobo just blasts his way out. You know, because he has bigger fish to fry, he has a bounty to collect, and Mean Machine says the fight isn't over, and he dares to jump on the main man's bike. That hick. But anyways, Lobo's trying to figure out a way to get his useless ass off. Dredd responds, you know, as he drops Mean Machine down, he goes tumbling deep down, crashes into the city. And I love how this old lady asks him for help, and he just beats the crap out of her, gets on a little scooter and just moses on, ready for revenge, following the main man, for his contest isn't over yet. And as the main man kind of goes, you know, deep into the catacombs of the city, looking for this creature, because he put a tracker in the mouse, you know, he's using the same tracker the bad guys did. You know, he's looking for this guy, and Dredd kind of follows behind him. And it's just funny because Lobo has no interest in Earth, no interest in what's going on. And I love how he just appears as the woman. The brother's like, this appearance sickens me. And it's kind of weird that he's attracted to his own brother in a very disgusting way. And he turns back into the crap pile that he is, gives the ring to him, and of course he gives him the mouse. But the main man shows up. The main man wasn't about to let no bounty go. And these mutants, thinking they're going to mess with the main man, pulling out guns, thinking they got him surrounded. Little do they know, that's exactly what Lobo wants them, and he begins to frag every one of them. Bam, 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 boom, kabam. You guys get the idea. This man is a master of murder, the maestro of death. And he's just laying it down on them, nice and thick. And there's more mutants pouring out, so he's wondering how many of them he's actually going to have to kill to get to his bounty. It might be a long day. But all of a sudden, Mean Machine rolls in on an old lady scooter, and he just joins in the fight. He actually really doesn't care who he's bonking, as long as he's bonking someone. You know, haven't you ever just wanted to bonk someone? But anyways, Judge Dredd shows up, and he just declares that he's the law, and everyone's under arrest, and that they need to surrender right now. And I love the look that Lobo gives. He's like, is he serious? But anyways, the mutants start firing, Dredd starts firing, and Lobo just assumes this is just one hell of a good party, you know, blowing stuff up, killing things, you know, trying to make money for his bounty. And immediately Dredd dislikes this guy. But they have no choice but to team up. I mean, any port in a fucking storm at this point, if you know what I'm saying, guys. Lobo and Dredd, ready to whoop some ass. And just so you know, so I could do my little reminder, this isn't a children's show. So if you're watching this, you're under 18 right now, you better go slap yourself and call your mama. Anyways, Judge Dredd, Lobo, just blowing stuff up with Mean Machine. You know, I kind of like how he's asking for a reward for all this. I mean, it was an unexpected bonus that he's killing everyone he's out of jail, but, you know, there's plenty of fun to go around. These guys are wrecking everything in the house. All these mutants are just going down. They're simply outclassed by the main man, by Judge Dredd, by Mean Machine, and they're kind of a triad right now, a team. And, you know, the mutants are trying to run away, and I love how this little foot guy, you know, his head is actually the knee. He gets kind of decapitated, and it's just so funny. And, of course, the guy that was about to eat the rat, he ends up biting it, too. I mean, these mutants are just getting slaughtered left and right. And everyone's just having a good old time, you know. Well, probably except for Dredd, you know, because he just thinks it's his job. And they come across the main guy, Mad Murph. And he has both rings. Even though we kind of don't really know what they do. But Mean Machine doesn't care, you know, he wants to headbutt someone. So he jumps out, Lobo ducks down, and he ends up hitting the Mud. I'm just going to call this guy Mud. He ends up hitting him, knocking him kind of out. And this guy stands up. I have the power. I am one with the gods. You know, basically someone who's drunk too much of his own Kool-Aid. But he's ready. He's ready to rumble, you know. And thank God for that. He did too much talking right there. Anyways, he starts unleashing this black power. Lobo throws his chain at him to no avail. Mean Machine tries to, you know, butt him, but it really doesn't work. He goes right through him. And I guess this is the power of these rings, even though it's really ubiquitous what they do. But Dredd kind of stretches out, you know, says that he's the law, he's going to kill him, you know, basically stop him. And this guy reaches out with some dark energy, some dark power, and he's just destroying Dredd, ripping him apart. And this is where the little brown guy kind of gets upset, and his mouse comes with an idea. Pulls out a tablecloth, and right when he's about to destroy Dredd, the little brown clump turns into Mad Murph's mother, because they're brothers, and distracts him. Kind of throws him off keel for one moment, and that gives Dredd the time to fire an incendiary. And the main man, you know, loves a good explosive, so he throws his own fragging grenade, and poof, and poof. That momentary distraction allows them to incinerate Mad Murph. R.I.P. Mad Murph, you're burning. Yes, you are. And in a pile of ash he turns into. And I love how the little Mud guy's like, oh, he was too ambitious and blah, blah, blah. As the rings fall down of unknown power. Judge Dredd grabs him, of course, you know. And this guy's like, well, he got greedy, you know. He's kind of giving the high road speech. But Lobo grabs him because he still owes the main man 5,000 credits. And he's going to work it off for the main man as they disappear. And of course Lobo wants an invite to the next party, and Dredd's wondering, you know, it's not a total loss. I got the rings, I stopped a mutant massacre, you know, a riot, and I was able to arrest this dirtbag. So all in all, not a bad day's of work, even though he didn't get the main man. But the Lobo, like I said, has other plans for this dirtbag. He ends up turning him into different people so he can collect the bounty and then double cross him. But hey, you got to make money in this big universe. Everybody has a hustle. And the main man's got his. And Jack Slater, I got mine. And I'll catch you on the flip side.